You know the saying, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. But it seems many cash-strapped South Africans are ignoring the sage advice, right? Many are falling for get-rich-quick schemes on social media. Scammers are luring people into pyramid schemes, offering a way to make easy money. Let's find out how to spot a scam from financial development and insurance expert, Professor Abdul Latif Al-Hassan from the University of Cape Town. Professor, how do we avoid being scammed, I think, is the pertinent question that we need to start with.
Okay. Good morning to your listeners. I think from our article, we've highlighted about 5 means which you can avoid or be able to identify financial fraud, or what is termed as investment scams, or typically in the media they call the Ponzi schemes or pyramid. I think the first sign is the promise of exorbitant returns without any risks. Every financial activity pertains a certain level of risk. Even when you have to save or keep money in your house, there's a risk that when a thief breaks in, you're going to lose your money. So when someone presents a financial product to you, guaranteeing above inflation rate returns at no risk, that there's a guarantee that you're going to get your money at the end of the investment period, that is the first sign that this is an investment fraud or financial fraud, and you are most likely going to lose your investment. The second sign, like any business activity, when you design a business as a business owner, you are convinced that there's a market. The second sign to identify investment fraud is when members are being used as the means to get more people into the business. What it means is that your business plan is only based on the members. They use their members as a business plan. And the essential means of using that process is that the contribution of those who join late would be used to pay off the early adopters who, in some instances, they're able to benefit from such investment fraud. The third sign is when you are being put under pressure to make very quick decisions without due recourse to your financial situation. And this may not even be limited to only this investment fraud. I think even within the typical financial services industry, you have salespeople making such pitches. When you are called and asked to make a typical investment decision at a short notice without giving the recourse to critically evaluate the pros and cons of that investment decision, that is a good sign that you are being scammed. And the fourth means to identify investment fraud is when they also rely on the testimonials of the early adopters. So to show evidence that this is not a scam and that you are truly benefiting from these activities. And the last most important thing, I think, which is common to every financial system, is the role of financial regulation. In South Africa, we have the Financial Services Conduct Authority, which is responsible for market conduct, which involves the regulation of financial institutions, including the regulation of financial services providers and financial product. So when someone comes to you with a financial product to sell, in our article, we included the link to the FSCA page where you can punch in the name or the FSP number of that financial service to identify whether this financial institution or product is registered. The most important thing to note is that the Financial Services Conduct Authority has the ability to assess the viability of all financial products and services which are being introduced within a system. And they are set up with the consumers' taxpayers' money to do this excellent job in promoting stability and sanity in the financial services industry. So when you have an investment opportunity, the most important thing to note is to try to find out whether this financial service or product has been approved by the financial services industry. And related to that, I think the scammers have come up with a new mechanism called the clone scam, where they assume the identity closer to registered financial services providers to dupe members in trying to overcome this indicator that the fact that they are not registered. If you find out they are not registered, you are not most likely to go with them. So what they've done is that they may assume the identity of registered legal financial service provider as a way of trying to convince people to register with them. And lastly, when all these 5 points, if you apply these 5 indicators to every typical financial services or legal financial product, you realize that they don't offer excessive market return. They are not leveraging on their clients to win more clients. They are not excessively promoting the testimonies of their clients. And lastly, they would be registered. They are all registered with the financial services provider.
Professor, thank you so much for your time this morning. This obviously means that you and I have to be a lot more discerning when we receive emails that look like they're from official or accredited financial institutions. Professor Abdul Latif Al Hassan there, live to us from the University of Cape Town.